Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you guys are new, and welcome to a new vlog. It is a brand new week. It's actually Sunday today. I feel like Mondays and like the start of the week is just too much to remember to start the vlog. So I'm gonna start that on a Sunday from now, see how we go. And I'm just gonna vlog. I'm gonna see what this vlog turns into, because I am used to doing the weekly vlogs, but now with my new job and just, I don't know, life looks a little bit different here. I'm just kind of being a little bit easier on myself and taking away the pressure, because lately I have just been so overwhelmed with all the things. Obviously starting a new job is quite a lot in itself, so yeah, I'm just trying to ease myself into things, do what I can, and do the things that I do with intention. Yeah, that's kind of just like where we're at. But I've had such a lovely long weekend. We had Friday off. Friday was a public holiday, so I had Shones come down. We saw Maddie for her birthday, and then my parents have just left. They came here for 2 days, helped me get a bunch of stuff done, and yeah, really grateful. I haven't seen my family in a while, so it was really lovely to have some quality time with people this weekend. I don't know, during the week I miss like having my people around me, and that's probably the hardest thing since moving here, is just not having my family and like the people closest to me around. Yeah, I've had a really good weekend. It has been so sticky and hot. I'm so sweaty right now. We went to Harbour Town today and did a bit of shopping. I had some errands to run, and now I've decided I have to clean the house, have to prep for the week, because it's week 2 of school this week. So I just want to get my meal prep done, house cleaned, washing done, and then my reward is I can go to the beach or go for a walk, depending on what I feel like doing. But I'd love to go for a swim because I have to wash my hair. I also have some house updates to show you as well. I went to Papanel, which, if you don't know, is my favorite pajama store. Like, if you haven't heard of Papanel, what are you doing? These are like my favorite sleep tees, and they finally had them in my size. I get them in an extra small and I find them so flattering. Like, you do have to size down a bit depending on the fit that you like. I've got a cropped black one, but I thought I'd get the full size. It's literally only $20. I also got some new underwear, which is great. I also got these new glasses yesterday from Aldi. I love Aldi so much. Look how cute they are. They were literally $8 for 4. Beautiful. So yeah, let's clean the house and get ready for a new week. I also haven't shown you my dining chairs arrived. How cute they are. I'm trying not to show you my dirty washing, but I love them. They are from Temple and Webster. So cute, and now I can finally eat at my dining table. I have decided I'm gonna get ready and go to the beach. We need to get dressed. I might wear this actually. Cute. This little sarong my mum made me. The sun is also just starting to come out, which is so exciting. It's been raining all day, so I'm gonna go head to the beach. Might even take my book and sit there and read a little bit. I think that would be nice. Good morning, excuse the hair. I'm just getting ready for school. I've decided today is a no makeup day because I just can't be bothered. And it's so gloomy and rainy. Not my favorite. I am just getting ready, making my coffee. On the weekend, I got a coffee grinder so that I can grind my own coffee beans, because I was just using coffee ground, and I like a really strong coffee. I love it. It is so good. Potentially it's the beans that I bought. Really enjoying that. So I made up some ground for this week from my beans, and I've got it here. I'm gonna put in my collagen. Do that every morning, and then my milk. I also accidentally left my new school laptop at school over the weekend. Like I had it packed up ready to come home, but then Thursday afternoon was just so hectic and I got home and I was like, oh, I left my laptop at school. So I haven't done any work over the weekend, which normally would stress me out, but for some reason I'm like, look, let's just do what we can do. I have planned some of the day. Honestly, we're just going day to day at the moment. I would love to come on here and be like, I am the most organized teacher ever, and you know, like I'd love to feel like I have everything together, but I don't. And I'm reminding myself too, as a grad teacher, nobody expects you to be the best teacher ever. No one expects you to be the most organized teacher ever. That's the pressure that I put on myself. I also left washing on the line last night and I woke up and I was like, oh, it sounds like it's raining. That's weird. It was raining. Still haven't mastered that. I tend to leave things on the line every time it rains. But to be fair, it's rained like 85% of the time I've lived here. I laid out my outfits for school this week, which just takes away some of the stress of being like, what am I going to wear today? I think I'm going to wear this today, I've decided. Today's outfit, feet, my fluffy hair, pink linen pants, white top, so Uniqlo. It's literally just started pouring, which is fab. So I'm gonna head to school, set up for the day, and hopefully feel a lot more settled once I get everything sorted. It is dinner time. I'm home from school and it's pouring rain. It's been a very low-key afternoon, which I feel like is exactly what I needed. Today was a big day. And I'm like, I can't even be bothered unpacking it anymore. But yeah, just a very big day. It started the day probably not on the best note, just like stuff that was like out of my control. And we have a lot of tension at our school and like anxiety in relation to day 8. If you're in education, you know what day 8 is. But yeah, honestly, not knowing if you've got a job or not knowing if you're gonna get fired, or yeah, if there is a job for you on the other side of this week, is just so intense and scary, and something I didn't even really know was a thing until now. But anyway, here we are. I do have a job. Yeah, today was just a really hectic day, and yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. I came home from school and I was feeling really overwhelmed today. Today kind of showed me like the importance of where I want to go with like working with kids. I love working with kids, but my goal is to work in the well-being space, in the mental health field, and like this is just how I'm getting there. But yeah, today was kind of just a reminder of what my passions are and why it's my passion, and just a lot of reality checks today. But I did need to come home and reevaluate my priorities, my commitments. I kind of looked at my goal setting for this year, because I feel like January is such a trial period. It's like, are these changes to your routine actually going to make it through the long haul? And what do you like, what don't you like? And I just kind of decided to reevaluate that this afternoon, change a few things. My priorities are a little bit different, and taking the load off myself, settling into my new routine, which I feel like I finally feel like this is home. Did not feel like home for a while, but I feel like we're finally at that stage. I call this home and I drive around and I'm like, this is where I live. I just did a massive journal. I will talk about that later in this vlog, maybe after I've had dinner. I'm cooking that right now. I'm gonna make some pasta. Getting firmer on my boundaries, getting more into the health and fitness side of things, because I feel like now that my foot is getting better, I can do that, and that has such a big impact on my mental space. Finding a gym, looking at what my new fitness routine and health routine looks like, and just, yeah, realizing I don't need to be the best of the best, I guess, because I put that pressure on myself, I always have, and yeah, something I really need to be mindful of. It's been raining all afternoon. I put this on thinking I was gonna go for a walk. Literally hasn't stopped raining, and I'm so glad I did my hair today, because now it looks like this. But yeah, we're having pasta for dinner. Nice and easy this week from Aldi. I'm just gonna literally cook it, chuck some red sauce in. I also decided that my new non-negotiable is computers off by 6. Something I haven't really been sticking to. Also my routine of like finishing school and like going home. I've just been like sticking around, but I also knew that it was going to be a bit funky at the start. I know that my personality needing those rest breaks to be able to have the energy to like come back the next day and give it to the kids. So yeah, I think I just need to be a little bit stricter with my routines and my boundaries this week, because yeah, there's a lot of things popping off in my head right now, and I also feel like I haven't really addressed a lot of things because I've been in autopilot. Like, moving the first couple of weeks, so stressful and like so much going on that I was just like go go go. And then after that, starting a brand new job, that was just like hectic in itself and still is hectic, and I'm navigating that currently. But I've had so much stuff also get chucked in to the social side of things, like relationships wise, and just like stuff I don't want to deal with on top of all of that. Like, it's just been mental. And yeah, I feel like now it's finally catching up on me, where I'm like, oh, I'm processing how that made me feel, and like I'm getting emotional about things. And yeah, today was a bit of an emotional day. I feel like the last couple of days I've just been like ready to cry at the drop of a hat. I'm honouring that, and definitely needed the big journal today. This is me doing my verbal brain dump, but basically I am excited to like get back into my routine and find something that works for me here. It's been really isolating, not being able to like exercise and walk and do all the things that I want to do. And I'm also like reminded that like I currently don't have any friends here, and so that feels really isolating. Like, even my family, I'm so used to being so close to my family, and I'm just like away from everyone, literally out here on my own. And yeah, that's a lot to process as well. So that's just how I feel. Some random brain dumps because there's a lot ticking up here, and slowly, I know over the next couple of weeks I'll start to release all of that and process it. But I'm just trying to not put so much pressure on myself, you know. Game plan tonight is, the day's almost over. I'm gonna make my dinner, I'm gonna have a shower, watch some TV, chill out, have an early night and read before bed. And we're gonna go to school early in the morning so that I can get sorted for today. Tomorrow will be good because I have the first hour non-contact from the kids, so I can get some stuff done, hopefully. I feel like I always say that. Why is my stove not heating up? My stove literally takes like 15 minutes to heat up, whereas my old stove used to like heat up in like a minute. I just want to make my pasta. I literally do the same thing every day, where I like get ready so early, but then somehow I always like string the last few things out, and I end up like almost being late. Fit for my Tuesday, ready to rock. I learnt from yesterday, my hair is slicked back because it was a fluff ball yesterday, and nothing irritates me more than my hair being really frizzy. So we've learned from that. Pretty excited for today because I like Tuesdays. I get an hour of non-contact in the morning. Last Tuesday I even got relieved for my hour non-contact for being a beginning teacher, which is really helpful for me. So I don't know if that's like the same every week, but we'll see. And we have a staff meeting after school today. So yeah, I'll be home a little bit later. Look, I'm honestly just getting through today. That's the plan. But yeah, this rain is not giving me all the good energy to like pop in today. I had to find that myself. Yeah, let's go and have a good Tuesday. Good morning, it is Wednesday. I didn't end up filming yesterday really because I had a pretty sad day yesterday, and in Georgia fashion, we're gonna unpack it, we're gonna talk about it, open up about it and be vulnerable, because I have been really emotional this week, and I think there's just a lot that's been going on. And as I've said in a few of these other vlogs, I never want it to come across as I'm just out here thriving and, I don't know, setting up a false reality of what my life is kind of like right now. I'm not even gonna go into depth explaining what's happening. Just feeling really unsettled in all aspects of life right now. There's a lot that's going on at school. So yesterday was a really big day. We had a staff meeting at the end of the day. Essentially, we are moving kids around because enrollment numbers dropped. It's just a complete restructure of like prep to year 5 kind of thing. Prep to year 4 really. But yeah, that was just really intense, a lot more emotional than I thought that it was going to be. I have a super challenging kid that's been moved into my class, and I've lost some of my kids, which just, it's the reality of it, I know, but it just kind of sucks because you've already started to form some of those relationships. And yeah, I've got some beautiful kids in my class. The school actually has like a new behaviour support model, which is very different to any model that I have experienced at other schools. Yeah, essentially just like different processes for behaviour and realistically not a lot of support. So this child that I'm concerned about and a little bit scared of, to be completely honest with you, which sucks. Like, you should never feel scared to go to work, but yeah, I am honestly like so anxious about it, knowing that the support isn't there. A lot of the times it's going to be just me and the kids. There won't even be a class next door anymore. So my friend that I made, who is so lovely, she's got the class next to me. Our energy is really good together. Yeah, really sucks because she is now moving to a different grade. So also sucks because I think we helped each other through a lot of that, and like we're just kind of there supporting each other no matter what's happening in someone else's class. So to lose that is just really sucky. A lot of stuff happening at school at the moment, so that change is all happening this week. I'm aiming to like start fresh on Monday. It's Wednesday, so see how that all goes. And then on top of that, I think it just kind of all hit me, like moving away. Everything is just like, I'm in the settling period. So my house was new and then I had to settle into that, and I do feel like I've settled in a little bit more, but I don't know, it's kind of just been really tough the past week while all these things have been happening, and like school has been really hard and challenging. And then I just come home to no one. I come home and I'm just by myself all day. I don't know anyone down here. Me not being able to exercise has really affected me because I am such an active person. So not even being able to go for my walks has been really hard with my ligament damage, which is getting better, but it's very slow. It all just definitely impacts how I feel right now. And like a lot of things I'm not going to go into, but over the weekend had a lot of stuff happen in my personal life and just like with relationships. A lot of tears this week, and just feeling like I'm always so mindful of what I say and like what I open up about. I feel like opening up in a vlog is very different to like opening up in a podcast episode or something, but this is what I do and I'm all about the vulnerability. But yeah, I just think it's hard when you're at school and all of these little people are depending on you and leaning on you for support. So you're supporting all these people all day, and then I come home and I feel like there's no one there supporting me, which is really hard. And like obviously like my family and stuff and my friends back home, but it's just like right here, nobody knows me. Like nobody knows me properly at school. No one knows me anywhere here. I'm just kind of like walking around unknown. Yeah, I don't know, that feeling of just like people who know you for you. Yeah, I guess being away from my friends and family and not having them close has been a bit tough. Yeah, this week has been challenging. I imagine there's still going to be some toughness going on. Just feeling quite lonely, getting my head around all this change. I feel like not a lot of things are staying put at the moment, and it's just very all up in the air, wishy-washy. I don't like losing people either, personal life and school, and just feels like there's a lot of movement. I'm gonna leave that there because I don't want to dwell on it to start the day. I am getting ready for school, get dressed, do my hair. As I said, my routine is now going to school early so I can get stuff done and then trying to go home on time. I'm going to try and stick to that a bit better today because we were at school super late yesterday doing all the movement stuff. So I think it'll be good to come home. Hopefully it's sunny and I can go to the beach this afternoon, go for a walk on the beach. I also know that I need to fix like my routine. Again, it's hard when I can't do a lot with my foot. Meditating in the morning, grounding myself, grounding practices, journaling, movement. I want to start doing like Pilates at home. See how that goes. More walks. Eventually I'll be able to go for runs in the future, but yeah, sort out what I'm doing with the gym and all that stuff. But yeah, that's another topic. I gotta keep getting ready. this is going to be the vlog with all of the updates. So if you want to touch base, then the rest of this vlog is for you. Because we had a bit of a week and I ended up stopping this vlog, and I was just like, oh, I'll just pick up next week and join whatever clips I have together. But I also just finished editing the last vlog that you saw this afternoon, and I felt like I just really wanted to put all of the updates in one vlog and start fresh tomorrow. So from tomorrow I'll see how I go, and just whatever clips that I do get I will add into a vlog. And I'm not just going to be like, it must be a weekly vlog, or you know, it must be this or that. It's just going to be whatever it is, and I think that's all I can do right now. But I just wanted to kind of unpack this week and talk about everything that's been happening, give you all of the updates, the home updates, and bring you along for the rest of my Sunday, because as I said, this week was a bit of a mentally challenging week, and I don't even know when it was. Like, all of the days just blur into one. But I really went into this week being like, oh, I'm gonna get back into like more of a routine and gonna really prioritize doing all the things that I want to do. I felt like my foot was getting a little bit better because it's been injured and I haven't really been able to walk, so I was really looking forward to that, just settling into school a bit more. But essentially we found out all of our day 8 changes at school, and if you're in education you'll know what day 8 is. It's essentially like when the enrollment numbers need to be finalized, and that determines how many teachers you have, how many classes you have, and basically what the school is going to do. They need to finalize what they're going to do with all of their staff. So some people lose jobs over day 8, and as a new teacher I didn't know about day 8 until quite late. I was very concerned, and naturally that just provides a lot of room for anxiety, which I had. We were kind of setting ourselves up there. I felt really uneasy about the whole thing, and having that to stress about, and whether I'm gonna have a job and how that's all going to look, was really overwhelming for me, especially because I have just moved here. I have picked up my life and started fresh, and I obviously have bills to pay, I have rent to pay, and there was just a lot of anxiety hanging around. Am I gonna have a job or not? Because basically at our school it looked like we were going to lose a staff member. Our year level wasn't looking great numbers wise. However, in that being said, I had the biggest class in my grade, so it was very very interesting working out how it was all going to look, and there was a lot of just like waiting around, which builds the anxiety. And so Monday of this week we found out what the plans were. We were in discussions with like our deputies and stuff, and then Tuesday was kind of like the big nitty-gritty day of moving classes around, figuring out what the changes were going to look like, how we were going to be impacted, all of that kind of stuff. And I ended up losing a few of my students. I have gained some students, and it just was a lot of chaos throughout the week basically surrounding that. But Tuesday afternoon, I think just how emotionally taxing it was working out what everyone's classes were going to look like, which students we were going to move, what that was going to look like for that student, and it was just a lot. And the build up and also that whole process, so overwhelming. So my anxiety was shot at the start of this week. I came home, I finished like that afternoon, we had a staff meeting, doing all of that. I came home and I was just like cooked, really tired, really run down, but also just emotionally so drained, and ended up crying the entire way home. I was really scared about some certain things, and I just felt so lost and confused. And that was realistically what the start of my teaching experience has been like, in all honesty. Like, so much confusion, so much change, so much chaos. And even now, like, we're about to start week 3 next week, so I have been with the kids for 2 weeks, at my new school for 3 weeks. Feel like I'm starting fresh again. Obviously I know most of my kids now, and there's only a few children that are changing, but the class dynamic is definitely going to be very different for certain reasons. And yeah, that was just like, whoa. And so much of our school stuff has been put on pause whilst our school deals with all of these changes. So that in itself has just been a lot, but I feel like this was also the week that I have probably struggled the most living alone and being by myself. I really want to be honest about this process because I don't want it to come across that it's different to how it is. Like, I want this to be very authentic, and you know, some people may find living on your own like a no drama thing, but I think for me, I was just kind of like going with the motions and just trying to like move to the next thing. I kind of didn't process the whole being alone part in a way, which sounds really silly because it's like, obviously you're going to be alone, but it was very different for me this week. And I think particularly starting teaching, like, you are so empathic, you are giving your all to the kids. Yeah, you're just like all in every day. That can be a bit of a shock to the system, but then to like come home and feel like it was just me, and I was carrying everybody else's things all day, and then I came home and there was no one here to kind of like support me in a way. That's just how I felt. Like, I know I have like the love and support of all my family and my friends, and Brisbane's not that far away from the Gold Coast, but when you don't know anyone here, and it can be a really isolating thing, and that's just like how I felt. Like, coming home and having that like physical contact or just someone's energy there that's like supporting you was really, really hard for me this week. And it was a bit of a shock to my system, to be honest, to have to process all of that. On top of all of those things, I've had a lot of stuff in my personal life change. We're not going to get into, but yeah, just when it rains, it pours. And that's what this week was. It was just everything all at once, very overwhelming. And yeah, I just like had to sit in the feels. So yeah, felt really sad and lonely at the start of this week, and it just like wasn't the best. And I was just going day by day. Living alone definitely has its perks. I love being independent. I love doing my own thing, but there also comes a time where I need that physical contact, as we all do. That's not children. I love my kids, but that's like adult conversation, and yeah, someone that's like kind of there to support you when you need a little bit of a, you know, pep. Do you know what I mean? I've been in really close contact with my family this week, and this is a week that I'm so thankful for my family. I'm thankful for them every week, but there's just, you know, some weeks that your family really just is there. That's what I needed this week. My mum came down for a couple of days, and having her here was just honestly exactly what I needed, just to, I don't know, just to recoup, gain some energy, have some human contact, and feel like I wasn't so alone, because I was just not doing the greatest this week. So anyway, we've had a good weekend. We saw some family that came down. They're staying on the Gold Coast, so I visited all of them, and yeah, had some family time, which was great. Hung out with my mum. My mum and I are like best friends, so yeah, it was really good, I think, for the both of us. But did a bunch of school stuff. I've just spent today basically resetting for the week. I still need to meal prep and stuff, but I've planned out my week better, which is nice. So that's just kind of where we are at, and I really want to start next week fresh. That's why I thought we'd end off this vlog here. It's now like 4 o'clock. The weather has been so gross today, but it finally feels like the clouds are lifting and it's not going to rain again, which is good. I still need to clean the floors, tidy up some bits and pieces. I'll show you what I've done for like school prep. Unsure if I'm going to go to the beach. I'd like to go and walk on the beach, zone out and mentally just clock off and reset for the week. I also need to remember to show you my balcony lights, because I finally put them all up. I love them. It just makes this house feel so much cozier. First update I have is the kitchen, which is really like probably not exciting for you at all, but it's very exciting for me. I had a whole bunch of cords, like all my internet and stuff was all here, and I just like, it was too much for me, like mentally made me feel cluttered. So we've moved this around. My coffee machine was over here and it was just in the wrong spot, like it just wasn't working. So my little coffee station is now here, and I also really wanted my cookbook standing up, so I like how that looks now. Yeah, I've done a big clean kitchen clean. I feel like it just looks much better. And then I redid kind of like my office space as well. The cord is really ugly here and kind of grinds my gears, but it's better than it was. Maybe I showed you at the start of the week my dining chairs. I don't remember, but I figured I'd put it here again just to show you. And my landlord is becoming my new bestie because you wouldn't believe the situation with my fan. So this fan was broken when I first moved in, and then in the last vlog, the electrician came and replaced both of the fans. And there's something wrong with the actual electrical work, because now the light just turns on randomly in the middle of the night and it freaks me out. Like, you go to sleep with it off obviously and then it just turns on, or the speed just changes, or it'll just turn off. So there's something not quite right with the electrical work. I got some new bits and pieces for school as well. I got these sandals, they're from Target. Very excited. I find it really hard to get sandals because my feet are so big. I don't want to go into it. Outfits are laid out for the week ahead. I find that really helps me in the morning. So that's done. I kind of just need to mop the floors and meal prep. I also did my weekly plan using my teacher planner. This is from the Daily Planner. She is amazing, and this has just saved my butt this week. I feel like the past 2 weeks I was really unsure what was going on, but I've filled it out so I know what's happening at school this week. I feel like, yeah, there's still some gaps and things I'm learning, but I've got tomorrow planned. I've got the overview of the week planned, so that's really good because I feel like I've just been very lost with the whole school thing. And I still have a lot of new things this week, like updating my parent list and sorting out the new kids in my class. Also, my peace lily got a flower on it. How pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna mop the floors, we're gonna meal prep, have a little nice wind down walk on the beach, and get myself ready for a new week that hopefully is a lot better than the one that's just been. I just got home from a beach walk and now I'm making some dinner. I'm also meal prepping because this is what I'm gonna have for lunch for the next couple of days, however long it lasts. But I got this like enchilada sauce from Aldi. It was like in their special bars. They don't have it all the time. So I decided this week we're gonna make vegetarian enchiladas. I'm very excited. I love enchiladas, I love Mexican. This is just gonna be so good. I literally just cook some beans and put them in. Now I'm gonna cut up some fruit for lunch and yeah, prep all of my lunch stuff for tomorrow. House is nice and clean, so I feel good.